Welcome to Poland Daily History with me, Nicholas Richardson. In the previous episode, we started to discuss the similarities and differences between Polish and British history when it comes to how Christianity has shaped the development of our countries. In this episode, we will discuss how Christianity was adopted by the two countries.
On the British Isles, not just in what is today Great Britain or United Kingdom, but also in Ireland, the church remained as a strong factor also in the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th century and leading up to this 10th, 11th century when all of Europe more or less became Christianized. So it is interesting from a Polish point of view that Christianity has a little bit of a longer history in the British Isles than it does here. But once it did arrive, it did play an immensely important role. It's also interesting to see that in both cases Christianity came to our part of the world as somewhat of, in the case of the Roman Empire, it was just an all-out invasion of the British Isles. In Poland, you could say that our first ruler, Mieszko I, he agreed to be baptized, and with him the entire nation, under the threat of an invasion from the Germans. So they decided that rather than to be converted under the sword from the Germans, they took it voluntarily from the Czechs or from the Moravians back in those days. But he was clearly aware that Christianity would have to come to Poland. The question was just in which form and under what circumstances. So this was the main drive behind the baptism. But another important part was that he knew that by that time the church had created this European-wide network of contacts, of education. Maybe it wasn't universities just yet. I mean, the first university came in the 11th century in Bologna, 1088, if I'm not mistaken. But already the Catholic Church was known as the main provider of knowledge in Europe, and this is a role that it played in Great Britain as well. In those early centuries, there was this network where Latin at that time was the lingua franca, so to say, even if it might.
Well, absolutely, it was the way that people communicated.
Yes.
Right up until certainly the 16th century.
Absolutely, and yes, these centers of knowledge, they were also, you could say, the administrators of the state in many ways, and also the church was an interesting case of how the Roman Empire in one way survived, because the structure of the Catholic Church, as it would become known after the first schism in 1054, it really maintained many of the characteristics that the Roman Empire had. For example, the way that the church is ruled with the curia. This is a form of parliamentarism that was also could be seen in the Roman Republic. But also the curia, it survived in its form after the fall of the Roman Empire. And
Adam, as usual, the clock has defeated us, but do pause. We will pick it up next time. There we are. I've had to interrupt Adam because the clock has defeated us. But don't worry, we'll pick up the discussion next time on Poland Daily History, and we hope to see you then. Thank you for watching.